Hello, Nistas and Nistas. How are you today? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I'm SavingsFashionista, and over here we do mainly things fragrance, whether it's body or home. And today we are here to talk fragrances, you guys. And today we are going to talk citrus fragrances. So I want to share with you some of my favorite citrus fragrances. So if you're interested in hearing all about it, please stay tuned. You guys, so we're going to talk citrus. Now, in a citrus category, you have various citruses in a category. We have bergamot, which is my favorite. We have grapefruit, we have lemons, we have lime, and we have tangerine, orange, mandarin. Neroli sometimes come off as a citrus, although it is more like the flower of an orange blossom. But it does, depending on the strand of it, it can come off as citrus or what they have it blended with. So all of those are citrus fragrances, and I have really been craving them. So my favorite one of all that I just mentioned is definitely bergamot. Bergamot is not only one of those fragrances that is just pleasing to my olfactory senses, but it is something about bergamot that it promotes a good feeling or some type of mood. I don't know what it is about the plant bergamot that helps the serotonin levels in your brain. I do think that there is some type of scientific connection to it. And bergamot is one of those very uplifting fragrances because although it is a fruit, it does come off as a little sparkly in my opinion, and I really enjoy it. So I do have the fragrance Bergamote 22 from the house of LeLabo. I have had this in the collection for several years. As you can see, the dent is real, and I really enjoy this fragrance. It has top notes of bergamot, vetiver, grapefruit, orange blossom, petitgrain, musk, cedar, vanilla, and amber. So if I had to pick any fragrance that was bergamot forward that I would pick without questioning it, it would definitely be Bergamote 22 from LeLabo. So again, here we go. The next fragrance is from the house of Bun number 9, another favorite of mine, you guys. I have had 2 bottles of this fragrance and I almost need a third one, but this is a unisex fragrance, to say the least. Depending on your liking, it could come off as a bit masculine in my opinion, but I do think that the tardiness from the melon and that tanginess that come behind it, it is so good, you guys. This has fragrance notes of margarita mix, and it actually does smell like a margarita. Melon gava, cinnamon, chocolate, caramel, musk, vanilla, cedarwood, and sandalwood. This fragrance, it definitely takes you on a journey. Although the margarita mix is a very prominent note in this fragrance, you guys. Over the years that I have worn this fragrance, sometimes I have felt like I don't have the fragrance on me, or I don't smell the fragrance anymore because that strong punch of margarita mix that you get in the opening. You definitely go on a journey because this does develop into a fruity caramel. I don't get a lot of chocolate in it, but as it dries down, I definitely get that fruity note from the guava as well as the caramel and the vanilla, but it never turns to like a gourmand fragrance. This is definitely an experience, you guys. This is summertime fun in a bottle. Really enjoy this fragrance. I have worn it in other seasons, but I have to say that for me, it is best for summertime. So again, this is Bun number 9's Coney Island. The next fragrance is from the house of Joe Malone. And this is a very different fragrance, and you have to really like lime to enjoy this fragrance. But this is lime, basil, and mandarin. And you guys, I have to be careful with this because if you do too much of this, or you blend it, mix it, trying to mix it with other things that just may not complement this, it could be a little off-putting. But it still has a place in my collection. This is one of Joe Malone's originals, I think, because this been out since like 1999. And you know how Joe Malone, they put their fragrances on cycles. You know, they'll come, then they'll brand them. Well, not rebrand them, but they will reface them and then they'll come back. But this is definitely one of the cologne ones that have been, you know, like in a steady rotation. So this fragrance has notes of lime, basil, bergamot, mandarin orange, thyme, iris, lilac, vetiver, and patchouli. The patchouli is definitely here. Patchouli is always known as one of those fragrance notes that you're gonna always know its presence all the time. So it's a really nice fragrance. Like I said, it is definitely full forward citrus. I do think that this citrus is one of those citruses that you can use to transition over into maybe like the fall, and it could even be a nice blending fragrance in other seasons. So again, this is Joe Malone's Lime Basil and Mandarin. All right, so the next fragrance is also from the House of Bun number 9. The fragrance notes in Shelter Island are citrus zest, black pepper, white lilies, algae extract, sandalwood, amber, myrrh, musk, and oud. This is really good, you guys. And it does give me beachy vibes. It makes me think about sailing out on a yacht, in water, on a boat. It's an aquatic fragrance, but it's not one of those clean, crisp aquatic fragrances, if that makes sense. All those citruses are clean and crisp, but you know, you get that little zest and that tardiness from the lime. I think y'all follow me. You get me. If you don't, I'll elaborate if you have a question. But this is a really good fragrance, you guys. Like I said, it is perfect for summertime. It is perfect for hot weather. So again, this is Shelter Island by Bun number 9. All right, the next one, you guys. Now, although this has citrus in it, it's just different because it has a tea note in it. But the citrus note is very prominent here. That's one of the characteristics that I really enjoy about citrus notes, is because they are so diverse. You can blend them with aquatics, you can blend them with solar notes, you can blend them with other aldehydic notes, you can blend them with teas, like in this one, because this is a tea fragrance, but you definitely get the citrus note that's in here. This is Wūlóng Chá by Nishane. It has fragrance notes of bergamot, orange, lissi, mandarin, oolong tea, nutmeg, fig, and musk. You guys, this fragrance, I always tell you, this puts me in the mind of expensive 5-star hotel lobby. That's exactly what this fragrance smells like to me. It is very good. It has a very strong sillage. I remember the last time I wore this fragrance, I smelled it in the strap on my seatbelt for about a week after. So it does have a very long lasting projection, and the longevity is top tier. But like I said, this is also another one of those fragrances. The citrus note is so prominent in it till it could be very cloying if you apply too much of it. But it is an absolute beautiful fragrance. Wūlóng Chá is also one of those fragrances that could be classified as a clean aesthetic type of fragrance. It is absolutely beautiful, you guys. It's so good. And like I said, it smells like luxury. Good. Wūlóng Chá by Nishane. All right, the next fragrance, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. The thing that I like the most about citrus fragrances is because they can be paired with so many other categories on the fragrance wheel. We just talked about tea. Now this is a fragrance that has a citrus note that I feel if you don't blend this or apply this right, or if it just goes wrong on your skin, it could become very sour, because it does have a note of grapefruit in it. But in this fragrance, this is Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian. It is paired with other notes such as lemon, pink pepper, mango, coconut, rice, vetiver, and tonka bean. It's the mango and the rice, you guys, that really balances this grapefruit off. I do think that this is more of a unisex forward fragrance. And I really hate speaking in those terms, but I get questions all the time. Is it women or men's? And in today's time, fragrance is just fragrance. You know, I don't hear many people say perfume or cologne. You know, we would differentiate amongst the two by saying perfume or cologne, but now things are considered to be fragrances, and most fragrances are unisex. But this is a beautiful fragrance. You do have to layer this fragrance the correct way or take a decant, because the longevity on it is just very mild, in my opinion. You might get an hour or 2 hours with this, but it's a beautiful fragrance. I'm glad that I now have it in the collection, and I want husband to play around with this because I'm just really curious to see if he gets a longer lasting power on his skin than I get on mine. So again, this is Moonlight in Heaven by Kilian. All right, the next one is something that I just recently added to the collection that I am so excited about. This is Pacific Rock Moss. This is another one of those fragrances that it gives you clean girl aesthetic. Oh, this is so good. Oh, I love this. I would put this in the same category as I would the Wūlóng Chá, because this smells like an expensive hotel lobby as well. Okay, so the fragrance notes in Pacific Rock Moss are coastal moss, lemon, sage, geranium, and cedarwood. It's the lemon and the geranium. Geranium is another one of those fragrance notes that could take over if it's not balanced right. It is a heavy floral fragrance, but the way that Goldfield and Banks paired that with this lemon and this moss note, this is so good. Absolutely beautiful fragrance, you guys. If you have not tried this, this may be a little bit more underrated in my opinion, because I was going to purchase the Bohemian Lime because that has a little stronger fan following, but I had samples in my collection and I played around with them one day and I decided to get this one because to me this one is just a little better than the Bohemian Lime, but this is so good. Again, this is Pacific Rock Moss by Goldfield and Banks. All right, so the next one is Valentino Yellow Dream. This has fragrance notes of lemon, rose, and white musk. Very simplistic fragrance combination. This is so good. This was my very first Valentino fragrance. Now, I am a fan of the original now, but when I first got this is the one that I wanted. And I got it, and it smells so good. This is also one of those fragrances. Let me not say the majority of these, well, let me say, not say, but let me say the majority of these fragrances, they do fall in that clean girl aesthetic. But I'm glad that I kind of held some of these to the side because here I am now doing a video on citrus, and I know that there are other people out there that really enjoy citrus, and citrus is one of those notes that you tend to wear in warmer weather. It just performs better on the skin during warmer weather, and this is good. So again, this is Yellow Dream by Valentino, and this is from the Donna and Roma series. All right, the next one, another citrus with another fruit, and it smells absolutely beautiful. This is Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibe. So you know the classic Dolce & Gabbana is a clean girl fragrance that has that bergamot note in it. Undeniably that bergamot note that is also beautiful, but this one has just a little twist to it. You still get that same light blue DNA, still that same classic, but it has a peach note in it, and it is absolutely beautiful. This is a 2023 release, I do wish that the lasting power was a little different. I think that it could have been a little stronger because this is, well, the thing is, this is a toilet. I don't even know if it came in an EDP. So if you're out there, maybe they could make this in an EDP because I do think that the performance would be better than what I've experienced with this one. But it's a beautiful fragrance. Really enjoy it. As long as you're willing to take a decant, really beautiful fragrance. Again, Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Summer Vibes. And the last one, you guys, this is definitely one of those citrus fragrances that the perfumer came together and they took a little gourmand with a little herbalness, which is the tea, along with the citrus note, and it is absolutely beautiful. Really beautiful fragrance. This is Princess by Kilian, and this is the Eau de Fraiche. This was released last year also. This has fragrance notes of bergamot, so you got your citrus. It has marshmallow, that's the gourmand that I was speaking of. It has ginger, and it has green tea, which is the herbal note that I was speaking of. And this is so good, you guys. I don't think that this fragrance got the praise that it should have gotten. It just could not stand up against the hype of the original one. But if you are a person that really enjoy tea fragrances, you will enjoy this because it is, to me, not at all linear. The complexity of the fragrance notes in here, you're going to smell the citrus, which is the bergamot through and through, but you start off with this sweet marshmallow note, which takes you into like this citrus gourmand, and then it develops and it gives you a little spiciness from the ginger and develops into that tea forward fragrance, and it just kind of like settle and it starts to smell like sweet tea with that marshmallow note in it, and it is absolutely beautiful, you guys. So again, this is I Don't Need a Prince by My Side to Be a Princess, Kilian Eau de Fraiche. So you guys, these are all of the citrus fragrances. Like I said, I do have other ones on my wish list. One that I probably will end up getting for the summer ends. We'll see. But if you would, please share some of your favorite citrus fragrance down below in the comments and let me know what you like about it the most. Is it just the citrus, or is it the citrus in combination with the other notes that are paired with it? So like I said, citrus goes well with gourmand notes, as you can see, beautiful with that marshmallow. It goes well with fruity notes as well. So that's my take on citrus for summer 2024. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. I greatly appreciate you, and do not forget, you, yes, you are great. Bye-bye.